Please explain the mechanical advantages of pressure cut.
Okay, so you want to understand the mechanical advantages of the
Pressure
pressure
cut.
curve, right? Prior to this, we have to understand how this machine looks like. Okay, so there is a sitting pad here, right? And then we have a resting pad. This is arm resting, right? And then we have thoracic resting. Rest pad, right?
Yes.
And further, we have a stand to rack the weight, where your barbell is present, right? So this is how this picture curve look like, right? Now, we have to understand firstly that the angle, okay, or the range, this picture curve is set in mechanical range, middle range of the joint of action. So this is in mechanical range where the muscle has greatest torque. I have previously explained, let me explain it again so you understand well. This is your humerus here, right? And we have ulna, and then we have radius, right? And this is radial tuberosity. Where the bicep muscle inserts. The bicep muscle origins from, this is glenoid cavity, right? And then we have this scapula here. Okay. Here is coracoid process, right? So bicep muscle origins from coracoid process and inserts onto the radial tuberosity. This is short head, and the long head comes from glenoid region, right? Now, firstly, you have to understand that an exercising muscle, okay, or contracting muscle, which has constant load, which has constant load, makes greatest torque or makes maximum torque at one point, at one point in range of motion, in range of motion, right? So you have to make sure you understand that one point where the maximum torque is generated, right? So when we take this concentric phase, when we take this joint of action into the concentric phase, we have This is your radius, right? And then we have ulna here, right? And the muscle makes an angle of 90 degree to its insertion, right? Muscle makes an angle of 90 degree to its insertion, right? From the axis, right? Where we get a range called middle range. This is called middle range or mechanical range, right? And this region is called physiological range or outer range, right? The muscle makes maximum torque when the insertion point is making 90 degree angle to its axis, right? And at that point, what the angle we are getting, that is called middle range. At this point, we have inner range, right? And in this mechanical range, muscle can produce maximum tension, torque, right? And that's the angle you can find onto the preacher curve, right? You have a thoracic rest pad, and then you rest your arm, which is in mechanical range, right? So you get an activation of the muscle at this range, mechanical range, right? And if you want to get exact average of the activation range, then that is in the inner part of outer range. This is called inner part of outer range. And then we have outer part of middle range, right? So this is the average of this both outer range and middle range, where the muscle is making maximum torque, right? And in this phase, when you are doing preacher curve, your muscle is fully activated. So that's the greatest point to work out the biceps, right? I hope I have simplified this lecture.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much.